Do you have ADHD? Then you need to protect yourself against life's unexpected expenses. In the real world, you're going to need a plan for the unknown of the future. But let's be honest here, it can be really hard with ADHD, like almost impossible, if you don't make it a priority. Those with ADHD are very much in the here and now and motivated by things that are new and exciting. Most, but not all people with ADHD tend to forget to think about the future and forget to plan for what-if scenarios. What if your car breaks down and you don't have the funds to cover the repairs? What if you need an emergent dental or medical procedure? What if you need to leave your job to preserve your mental health function and you need to cover your expenses while you take that time to find a new job? What if the company you work at just goes under? With the lack of executive functioning skills inherent to ADHD, thinking about these possibilities may never occur until it's too late. Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Feldmeier, psychiatrist and ADHD specialist. Welcome to my next video in the series about ADHD and money. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notifications. That way you can see all the financial tips. Make sure that you're watching the playlist. Most financial books and blogs that I've read typically recommend to start here, the emergency fund. Disclaimer, this isn't medical or financial advice, and always seek out professionals when you have financial or medical questions. The solution is to start an emergency fund. The emergency fund is its own separate account and should ideally have at least 6 months of expenses. About 26% of Americans have absolutely no emergency fund, and only 23% of Americans have enough of an emergency fund to cover expenses for 6 months. An emergency fund is important because life is full of surprises. 6 months should be more than enough time to apply for and get a job in most cases, or to learn a new skill such as coding or an entry-level health career position such as an EMT or an LVN. The point is, an emergency fund buys you breathing room. The idea is that you absolutely do not touch this until you're having a true financial emergency. This is probably the most important thing, probably the one to start working on today. If you don't have anything, just start contributing. Aim to get $500 to $1,000 in case something happens to you, a loved one, one of your cars, a major appliance breaks down. To figure out what this number is for you, I suggest taking a look at your last 3 months of expenses and averaging them out. Now, once you set it, you cannot touch it for non-emergent reasons. Don't use it to fund hobbies or upgrade your home or your home entertainment center or upgrade your graphics card. I suggest keeping this in a separate account that you don't normally interact with. I also recommend sending a small portion of your income into this account on a regular basis. The important thing is that you're always protecting this emergency fund for emergencies only. I recommend this even after you reach your goal of 6 months of expenses covered. One of the great benefits about having an emergency fund is that it's going to protect you against one of these other ADHD tendencies, which is impulsive buying. And so that's going to be next week's video. So make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss it. Anyways, I'll see you next time.